Hello everyone, welcome to Rainy Day Let's Play. I'm Solon, and this is the first official episode of System Shock 2. We are now on the Von Braun, where terrible things are about to happen.
Reinitializing memory strings. Restoring patient memory. Restoring memory. Restoring memory.
Steady yourself, soldier. This is Dr. Janice Polito of the computer ops staff of the Von Braun. You're safe for the time being. You're recovering from the effects of surgery and will be unable to remember any of the events of the last few weeks. You're on board the starship Von Braun and something's gone very, very wrong. Some kind of force has hijacked this ship. That's why you volunteered to be implanted with some experimental cybernetic implants. Rely on your cyber interface. It just might save your life. You must find an elevator and come up to Deck 4 to meet me. Deck 4. Can you remember that? But keep your eyes open. They're after us both now.
Ain't that just a kick in the pants? You spend your whole life training for stuff and get on the awesomest mission of your life with the USS Von Braun, and you come out of cryostasis with your memory half shot and not really remembering everything, and everything around you is exploding and going to crap. You know, just the usual. So if you missed the last episode, really not missing much. It was a kind of a mission statement slash introduction to the game and the Let's Play series. Anyways, I'm happy to welcome anyone who's new or anyone who's just coming on now for the more official episode 1. Our goal right now is basically to get the heck out of here and try to get up to the 4th floor, where apparently the doctor who's talking to us is holed up. Right now we've got a wrench in our inventory, and we're pretty much ready to take on the world at this point.
Get through a secure airlock before you're sucked into space. Move it!
Being sucked into space would probably be undesirable. Although... No, it's probably a terrible thing. And we shouldn't do it. Because space is where it's dark and cold. So, this looks like it's some kind of big information thing. It's like the trainer tips in Pokemon, so it's about as useful. Especially to you guys watching. Don't think information's going to be super helpful.
Great. Gotta change the access codes out of Cryo A again. Like I've got nothing better to do. I think Grassy just likes to make work for me. I'll set the new code to 45100. That should be easy enough to remember.
Alright, so he just gave us the door code to the door that is right next to us. How perfect is that? So you can already see there's some systems that have been designed to this game that are very similar to those in BioShock. We're holding a wrench for first off, and we get these UMD things. Oh dear. Oh my. We'll have to watch out for that guy. He looks a little deranged. Unless this is a normal day on the USS Von Braun. Honestly, without the short-term memory, I wouldn't know. Alright, double wrench. Unfortunately, we cannot use both of them at the same time.
This power cell is dead. There should be a recharger nearby. Just use it and it will recharge all the power-driven devices in your possession. After you've recharged the cell, plug it into the auxiliary power unit. That should open the airlock door.
Okay, so we just have to plug that cell, which we just recharged by right-clicking on the big electric thingy. Basically, if we right-click on that, anything that needs power gets power, so that's kind of cool.
I've just uploaded you some cybernetic modules. You can use
Not that
them
it was
to
a rush,
upgrade your
but we
cybernetic
definitely got out of there
units
in
this
time.
area. There are 4 types of units in the next room. One for each subsystem of your cybernetic gear. Stats, psi, weapons, and tech. But use the modules carefully.
So somehow, she can actually give us, like, rewards. Some kind of currency that allows us to upgrade ourselves. So that's kind of cool. Oh dear, this place is just falling apart, isn't it? And that's the cyber modules, which I just picked up off of this guy also. So there's a few ways to get those. We can use them to power up our tech, or our stats, or our psi, or our weapon abilities. So these are the 4 large branches of skills that we can spend our currency on to upgrade pretty much everything. So for our tech upgrades, we can do hack, repair, modify, maintenance, or research. I'm honestly not familiar with what all of them do, but I definitely will be soon, once I realize, wow, I should have spent on X or Y. But, c'est la vie, that's playing the game. So, I'm just gonna... No, I don't want to put anything inside. I don't have any psi to do anything with, so... I'm just gonna buy some strength and some agility, because why not? Later, when I find out I'm desperately missing skills, I'm gonna be, like, struggling to put everything into them. But maybe by that point they'll be super cheap, so... So like I was saying at the beginning of this, we have these systems that have managed to maintain themselves, in a matter of speaking. Just like in BioShock, in well, pretty much all of them, you always start out with a melee weapon, which I've philosophized in my previous Let's Plays of BioShock on my old channel with the professionalists, that the wrench is the coolest thing in a game. With game design systems, you have 2 main things. You have a conflict and a resolution. These are kind of the 2 forces, and an introduction, so 3 forces. You see something, you note its conflict, and then you solve that conflict somehow. There's a resolution to the conflict that occurs through the interaction of the conflict. So that's where the wrench comes in. The wrench is a close and melee-based attack. So whatever you are with, you're going to have to get very close to it. And so that's kind of a cool thing with the wrench.
Access needed.
Oh, looks like that guy, whatever the ghostiness, couldn't get in, so we can't get in either. Apparently they locked him out. Whoa! Whoa! Explosions. Okay, there's our science card key. Super easy. Ah, we gotta use the wrench on something. Even if it is just breaking glass. So, when I always talk about the wrench as a melee weapon and as a core device that comes around in BioShock and in this game, I always talk about it with how it forces you to explore with your body. You can't just roll around corners with your ranged weapons. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is this? No, 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 don't. No, God. So that's what we're dealing with in this game. This is a hybrid. They wear jeans. And they also wear things with which to murder you. So some of them will have these kinds of pipe rod things with which to hurt you with, but others have the almost identical looking shotguns, which we saw the that earlier hybrid chasing that woman with. Alright, we got an ear or something? It's unresearched, I really have no idea what it is, but If only we had hack skills, we could hack that thing. Oh, I already am feeling those regrets. Okay, so we can pretty much search any containers and find things like these PDA things.
The security protocols on the Xerxes system are clearly immature. Some idiot hacked into the primary data loop last night and made Xerxes sing Elvis Presley songs for 3 hours. I finally had to pull the voice subsystem offline. What would happen if someone with a real agenda got into him?
So Xerxes is the ship's AI. It's the big blue guy that we'll see hanging around here. To my knowledge, it's kind of like that previous AI that we saw in the Zeroth episode at the very beginning from System Shock 1. And however, that one is very much gone, and Xerxes is now like the guy that runs this ship. The AI. So we're kind of piecing together how these hybrids are formed, and where it's some kind of it physically starts as some kind of deformity. However, the person remains conscious during it, and so that's kind of an interesting thing. Oh, alright, so this is our personal replicator. And I'm guessing that basically if we die, we respawn there immediately. Which you would absolutely recognize from BioShock. And so that's a really interesting thing, because in BioShock, that's one of the most out of place. I don't even know if that... Oh, there's a camera. Oh! I was not hiding very well from the camera. Okay, I'm gonna have to find a way to turn that off. Go away. Oh no. Oh god, there's nothing in here. There's nothing in here. Wait, where is it? Oh my gosh, I just passed it, didn't I? Oh well. Go away. Not paying enough attention apparently. Wait, that's it. That's it. Back up, back up. Okay. All we have to do is right-click that, and it'll turn the security stations off.
You can transfer power at the engine core on deck 1, which will get the elevator up and running again. But you can't use the elevator to get down there.
Oh.
Wait.
The elevators have no power, so our goal was to go to deck 4 to meet this person. Unfortunately, now our goal is to go to fixing the thing. Oh, don't carry around all the chemicals.
Your research software will tell you what chemicals it needs.
I think I'm gonna carry around all the chemicals. Who knows what we could use chemicals for? Not me, apparently. Oh, sweet! That's what we're looking for. That'll help us quite a bit. Oh, this is a an inventory sheet of all the chemicals in the stockroom. Oh, that makes sense. Ideally, you would want to keep all the chemicals in the storeroom and then check that log for what chemicals are stored in what storerooms, if there are multiple ones. But I ain't got time for that. I'm gonna just carry all 400 pounds of chemicals on me. Okay, so the goal of the game now is to restore power to this floor so that we can get the elevators up and running again. we're not going to be able to do it on this level. We're going to have to go down one level through an emergency shaft, which is unfortunately right behind the door to our right that has no power. So we're going to have to get the power cell charged up, one step at a time. Meanwhile, apparently we found a Game Boy. You saw that cameras are another thing that followed through BioShock side, as surveillance is a big part of motivating the player.
Marie, I've got to restrict access to engineering until we can figure out what to do down there. It's just too hot. I don't know where all the hazard suits went, so I'm reduced to bringing down an armful of rad hypos. Those damn things always
Oh, there we go. Whoa! Apparently we can play Minesweeper, which is great because I'm terrible at Minesweeper. Oh well. That's a cute little thing. Looks like we can get more games too. That's so funny that they programmed this huge game that's so big that it has games inside of it. It's always charming. We have so much time and resources that we can make smaller games that make our game look even better. Okay, so there's the recharge station right down there. So as long as I can get to it, we can recharge all of our stuff. Oh, looks like there's a bottle of strong vodka on the ground. Whoa, we have turrets on both sides and exploding barrels? Oh my, yes, we definitely have exploding barrels set up right in front of turrets. But I don't think those finished them off. Nope, nope. That is what the face of a turret looks like. So we're gonna put in our armor-piercing bullets and see if we can do a little extra what? Okay, I'm just gonna lean on. Cool. Oh, this guy was shooting me. Perfect, the perfect amount of bullets. Alright, now we have our stuff recharged, and we are ready to move on. So, turrets, another surveillance system that was carried over to BioShock. And so, the interesting thing that we're going to talk about in the next episode, but you have all of these systems that are in the game that not only carry over to both games, but what does that mean? That means that you have things like turrets and cameras and hypodermic needles and wrenches that cross over from the year 2114 to the year 1960. So how does that work? Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on Rainy Day Let's Play.